Alright, World 7, Pipeline. Glad you could come back and join me. Let's go to stage 1, and I'm going to stay as Tanuki Mario. Now this is one of the more confusing stages in the game. Not necessarily because of the stages themselves, but because the layout of the world map. So this is one of the ones where you really have to know where you're going. Either memorize the game by playing it numerous times, or just trial and error. The good thing is, you do not have to worry about a time limit while you're on the world map screen. So if you end up going somewhere where you shouldn't have gone, you can always backtrack and take your time. Now here's a good thing about this stage. It's one of the stages where you have to travel straight up or down. Get a running start and fly into this pipe here and grab the coins. Exit out of the pipe and go up this pipe here. Now I realize I didn't say much about the beginning of the stage, so I apologize about that. But don't worry, I'll get you through the rest of the game. If you saw me fly and grab the 1-up from up top, and that's the end of stage 1. Now we have the card match game. I think this is the 4th one that I've actually run into in the game. And if you notice, it actually gets harder with each try. Shoot. Well, at least I got a fire flower. Now, the deal here is, with each platform you have 2 pipes. After you defeat the stage 1, go into the pipe after it. Now you have stage 2 and 2 more pipes. If you want, go into the pipe right next to the one where you just left, and you'll end up at Toad's house. You can go on ahead and grab an item while you're there. Try and get as many items as you can, because this is the last time you'll ever see Toad's house in this game. Well, actually there's one more, but this is the last world where you'll see them. Stage 2. Go on ahead and grab Fire Mario and be on your guard for the chomping plants and the fire shooting piranhas. Now if you go down the very first pipe that you can, you'll come to the end, grab some coins and some P blocks, and a P block rather. Go back up. Now don't go down there just yet. Just keep going forward. Now you're going to fall into a pit. Go on ahead and reveal the music notes, the music blocks. And go down the pipe to the right. Hit the block, grab the super leaf, and go back up. Go back down to your left. And go up the first pipe. You see how it loops? Now if you go down that pipe there, it's basically a dead end with a bunch of enemies as well as an item. I think it's a fire flower. Ouch. And that's something else I forgot to mention. The snapping plants will actually come after you now. So there's stage 2. And if you notice, also there are no Hammer Brothers here. You just have bonus stages with the giant chewing plants. So go down that pipe, go back up, and now you've reached the next set. Stages 3, 4, and 5. Now for stage 3, go in at least as Super Mario. Hit the block with the star. And just run. Every first block, you get a star. If you're quick enough, go on ahead and go for the power up. Back there was a P block, which really doesn't serve a purpose, but hey. And just like that, you're at the end of the stage. Now if you really need items, go on ahead and go to stage 5. Otherwise, continue on to the slide game and stage 4. Shoot, all I needed was that middle part. Oh well. Now for stage 5. You're wondering why I didn't go to stage 4 first? It's because I actually need a certain item from Toad's house, and I'm hoping that if I complete stage 5, I'll be able to get it. Now this is pretty straightforward until you get to this section of the game. Whenever you see gaps and you try to jump, more than likely there are coins underneath. And now you have multiple pipes to go after. So here's what you do. Go up the second pipe. And just run straight through. Drop down, and you're at the next section of the stage. Knock out the Koopa Troopers, get a running start and jump up, go into the next pipe. Go on ahead and knock out the coins here. Get rid of some of these white blocks that are in your way. Drop down. And then knock out the coins here. Then go back up the pipe where you came. And backtrack and go forward. Go on ahead and get the 1-up if you need it. And drop down, and you'll be able to skate across. And you're at the end of the stage. Okay, ignore that pipe and just go straight to Toad's house. And that was the item I needed. Frog Suit Mario. This works out good. And I will need it for stage 4. And you'll see why in just a few... right about now, actually. Hop into the pipe. And lo and behold, it's a whole underwater world. You have your power-up boxes. Ignore them. I prefer going through this stage of this part of the game as Frog Suit Mario because of all the enemies I have to deal with. And I can easily swim away and dodge them if necessary. Especially for this part. You have the actual electrical creatures here. Plus you have Big Calvin and his little baby Cheep Cheep. Crap, and I lost my frog suit. Now, how I got through that part without dying is beyond me. Until now. Okay. No problem. We'll try it again. And I just now noticed that my mouse is recording the whole time, so I'll just move it out of the way. Let's try stage 4 again. Now, as I said before, I prefer to go through it as Frog Suit Mario. Just because it makes it a little bit easier to dodge the enemies. But if you have enough skill and enough nerve, Fire Mario works just fine. I just wouldn't go through it as just regular Mario or even Super Mario. There are just too many enemies. Too many enemies and too many traps. So I wouldn't even take that risk. Just go with the flow of the screen. Don't try and rush it. And just like that, you're at the end of the stage. Alright. Now drop down this pipe here. And you have two choices. You can either go to the mini fortress or to the snapping piranha. What I'm going to show you actually is the snapping piranha. Now this one isn't really difficult. You just have to be mindful of when you jump. Because see those plants there? You have to have very good timing. Must have been a fireball up there I didn't see. Whoa! They're quite accurate with the fireballs now, I see. Wow. So when you reach the end, go down this pipe here, and you'll receive your item, which is a P-Wing. Actually, you will need the P-Wing later on. Okay, now for the first mini fortress. I'm going to show you the hard way to do it. Reason being is because if you're stumbling by now as far as not being able to complete the stage without getting hit, this is how to counter it. So I'll go back to the beginning for the benefit of the doubt. I have to. Anyway. Now if you notice on this section, there's supposed to be a lot of enemies. The beams of light, the actual fire that walks after you, and the boo ghosts that come out of the tubes, you notice they're absent. Now, this is the beginning of the stage. If you have at least Super Mario, pound away at these blocks to find the P block. Step on it and go into the door that appears to your left. Drop down the first pipe, collect the coins, and grab the Tanuki Mario suit. Go back up the pipe, back out, and drop down. Now there is a power up in that box. If you saw me go to it earlier, do not get it. Otherwise you won't be able to complete the stage in time. So run, and right about here you go up and into the pipe. And here's Boom Boom. I will admit that is the most difficult mini fortress in the entire game to me, because not only do you have a maze, kind of a dead end maze to deal with, but you also have 200 ticks on the timer. So it's going to take a few tries to be able to get it right. It's impossible to get it right on the first try. Oh well. On a bright note, I'm feeling much better today. I'm not sick. Still a little sleepy because I've been napping all day, but at least you won't have to hear me yawn the entire episode. Alright, stage 6. Go in the door. Now this is another one where you just go straight up. It's recommended that you have at least Tanuki Mario here also. A lot of enemies. The main thing is to take your time. Whoa! Didn't expect that. Ah! Plus, if you fall, you can gently float back down instead of taking your chances and just falling straight down like you would as if you were original Mario. Because with all of these obstacles here, I would recommend try your hardest not to get hit. Now step on this block here, then duck, then immediately go in the pipe. If you wait too long, you'll fall down and you might die. So this level is actually a test of your reflexes. There's a reason why I didn't get the super leaf. Now be careful how high you jump, because as you can see, you have thorns to deal with now. Having at least Raccoon Mario will help. I prefer to use Tanuki Mario, just for extra precaution. And see, that is why I like also using either Raccoon or Tanuki Mario. Now there's a 1-up around here somewhere. And on top of that, I am running out of time, so I might just have to forget it. I think it's here. Forget it. I'll just go up the pipe and just go to the finish. Go down the pipe after stage 6, and you'll reach the next part of the map. You get to choose between 7 or 8. What I'm going to do is show you stage 7, and I'm going to show you the best way to get through it. The best way to get through it is to be Little Mario, just regular Mario, and grab the star, because you will run into these sections where you have small spaces. Didn't go fast enough. You have to be really quick, because you have 200 ticks on the timer, and you also have a very short amount of time before the star power runs out. As you can see, the first time I didn't make it, so let's see if I can make it now. This will take practice, so if you die on your first try like I did, don't beat yourself up too badly. It is going to take practice to be able to get through it. And that's stage 7. Wow. Okay, stage 8. I would recommend go in at least as Super Mario, but since I don't have any mushrooms, I have to go to the next lowest fire weapon in my arsenal, Fire Mario. Now take your time with that part back there, because it is difficult. Okay, best thing to do is knock out all the enemies, then go back and get your goodies. Just pound away at the blocks until you find what you need. Now this is one of the sections of the game where you have your white block, just like you saw in World 1. It really does help. Mistimed that one. Now with the Patuis, it's all about timing. Especially now since you have... Whoa. I actually went much further than I should have. Gonna have to go back. There's a good reason why. To die. That's why I wanted to go backwards. To die. Alright, let's see if I can do this correctly this time. And those creatures are quite the annoyance. And that's one reason why. Okay, as soon as this patooey moves out of the way, go into the first pipe. Grab the Hammer Mario suit, and you'll come back up as Hammer Mario. And you will also jump through a huge section of the game, of this stage rather. Now this is why you'll need Hammer Mario. See those? See, that one actually shoots fire. See, if you duck down, any fireball that hits you, it'll just simply vanish. It won't affect you. Now after you defeat that enemy, grab the 1-up, and that's the end of that stage. Go to Toad's house and grab an item. Now here's something else I didn't show you. If you press start while you're in Toad's house, you get to look at your entire inventory of items. You get to see which ones are going to be deleted as far as if you've overfilled. Okay, stage 9. Arguably the most difficult in this stage. I'll show you the easy way. Go up this crack here. Watch out for the Paragoomba. Just go up the cracks and go to the left. Now the good thing about this section of the game, I believe you have about 300 ticks on the clock. So you won't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm gonna run out of time if I get stuck. That can happen, but you have plenty of time to be able to adjust yourself. Okay, so with this second gap, get rid of these white blocks and go straight down. Go slowly. Well, not that slow. Now be careful, you have a crack above and below you. Try to time your jump to where you'll go into the one below you. Then get rid of the white blocks and keep going. Now if you want to stop and get all the coins, that's fine. I don't want to do it because I have 99 lives. So really, unless I were keeping extreme score, it would be pointless. Besides, who really cares about scoring Super Mario 3 anyways? Alright, the last mini fortress of World 7. Go in there with the star. Reason being, narrow platforms and the beams of light. Grab that star. Crud. Ran too fast. This is one level also that takes practice, so again, if you die on the first try like I did, do not beat yourself up over it. Takes a lot of practice to get this far. Just try and time your jumps the best you can, because a lot of these pipes do have plants coming out of them. And you also have the thwomps, the boogos, and that tricky jump there. Now, unless you've played Super Mario Bros. 2, the original Super Mario Bros. 2, or on Lost Levels like they call it on All Stars, you wouldn't recognize that little tricky jump. Best thing there, when you get to this part, make the thwomp fall first, then go under it. All right. Okay. Now we have the mini stage. Ah, crap. If you could take large jumps without getting hit, then do so. Here with the music blocks, just take your time. And I got a mushroom, which I'll actually need. Okay. I highly recommend going on the last Doomship of the game as Tanuki Mario. Alright, the king got turned into a plant. Let's do it. Now, arguably, this is the most difficult Doomship in the entire game. The reason I recommend going in as Tanuki Mario is because you can actually put out these gas flames here. Turning into a statue and landing on them will knock them out. Otherwise, you have to take your chances with these platforms. And it could be quite the nuisance. Another note, do not worry about the in-game timer at this point. Just act as if it doesn't exist. Ah! And since I lost my Tanuki suit, I'm gonna have to go through it the hard way. Be mindful of the racket wrenches. They do pop out of the most unexpected places. Now, you have these screw platforms to deal with. Don't jump too much because these can and will fall off if you stay on it for too long. Just try to keep your balance by all means possible. This Doomship's more about keeping your balance than anything else. And who is the mastermind behind this Doomship? None other than Kooky Von Koopa. Now, he definitely doesn't fight fair. Because not only is the stage tailored to him as far as his weight, Damn it. When Kooky jumps, he will shake the ground. And on top of that, he has to jump to be able to get through his stage. Let's try it again. And Kooky's not like Bully Koopa in that sense. If Kooky jumps and he catches you on the ground, he won't jump again unless he's in the place where he has to. He will shoot you with his wand. So easily Kooky Von Koopa is the trickiest and the most difficult of the Koopa kids on this game. I missed time, I jumped there. If I can at least get the mushroom, I'll be alright. You see how the little corkscrew fell off? Okay, let's see. Gotcha. Gotcha. Got you too. Whew, that was close. Again, just be mindful of when and how you jump. The main thing here is keeping your balance. Alright, Kooky. You're toast now. Ah! Damn it! Can't move! There we go. Got him. See, with the short platforms, 9 times out of 10, Kooky is going to have to jump to be able to get to where he's going. So if you're caught on the... try to stay off the ground as much as possible. That's one of the reasons why I recommend it to Nuki Mario. Because at least you could turn yourself into a statue when the ground quits shaking, if it ever does. Otherwise, you could just float and stay off the ground. Wait a second, this isn't a letter from the princess. Where's Princess Toadstool and where's the item? Holy Mewtwo. It looks like while I was trying to save the kings, Bowser Koopa kidnapped Princess Toadstool. Great. Now I have to go save the princess. So a little bit about Kooky Von Koopa. Straight from the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon DVD. He's the smartest of the Koopa kids. He graduated from Frankenstein University, and if he doesn't sleep, he doesn't bathe, and as well he likes staying tucked away in his room, and he likes creating various creatures. He's responsible for the majority of the creatures in this game, in this adventure, and believe it or not, Kooky also built the Doomship. One smart little cookie. I don't remember him being heavy enough to shake the ground on the cartoon, but hey. Alright, so all the Koopa kids are down. The kings are saved, but now I have to save the princess from Bowser Koopa himself. So I'm going to save state here. And I'll see you guys in Darkland, World 8. Otherwise known as Hell. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go watch the Angry Video Game Nerds video about the wizard in Super Mario Bros. 3. And you'll see what I mean. So until next time, hope to see you. We'll get through this.